And other people I've known over the years and got a really good response from a first ever show and my first ever performance outside of performing at Campfire in the 80s as a Boy Scout and adult leader egged me on and encouraged me. Um, One thing to say is I've never been stuck on myself or egomaniacal in any way. I don't think I'm this huge, big rock star or anything along those lines, and I don't have this douchebag ego thing. And I honestly really appreciate anyone who listens to and likes the music that I'm involved in, and that encourages me. Honestly, I'm as much doing it for you as I am for me, and trying to create something that's worth it to listen to. And I'm talking alternate to the uh, overproduced and corporate world of music. So I think corporations really should stay the hell out of the music business, and record labels should just leave people the hell alone, and there should be more places and ways to perform live music. And I think I mentioned, like, in the 80s when I was growing up, there were a lot of clubs that you could go to that aren't there, and I would love to see the resurgence of clubs and venues, both underground and legitimate, for bands to play and music to perform. Because I mean, in Berkeley there used to be, besides the Gilman, there used to be the Keystone and the Berkeley Square. Gone. And in San Francisco there used to be a club called the Stone. Gone. I'm not sure about the on Broadway across the street, but it's probably gone as well. And there was a Keystone in Palo Alto. Gone. And I mean, we got to get it out there. We got to play. So enough both soapbox on that one. Anyway, so there have probably been some misconceptions on some of my lyrics and some of my songs over the years, like a song that I did called "I'm Destined for Greatness." I'm not trying to say that I'm God's gift, if there is a God or not a God, to the universe. What I'm saying is I am going to make sure that I accomplish what I set out to do, that I'm going to do great things and do things that are worthwhile and not waste my time with stupidity, that like drugs and smoking and drinking a lot. I mean, there's nothing wrong with drinking some. I have a beer every now and then, but I mean drinking a lot, drinking all the time, drinking every day, wasting your life. Realizing that I'm mortal, realizing that I started out a good 10, 15 years older than everybody at GeekFest, and it put me at more desperate and more intense in my efforts to do what I'm trying to do and accomplish as much as possible, because I am 42. I'm going to be 43 in September. I've been playing music for a really long time, and I'm getting older, and trying to keep going while my health lets me, and taking care of my health so I can continue. But I'm well aware of mortality, and I feel like, why waste life on total bullshit? Why waste life fucking around? Dreams realizes about that. I was witnessing people partying in Oregon, and I decided rather than doing that, I wanted to write a song. And when people were to party in Los Angeles, I mean not Los Angeles, Las Vegas, after a lot of playing and stuff, I decided to just go to sleep for the night, because I needed some sleep and I wanted to get some rest, and I didn't see the point in partying. I was there to perform and to get my music heard, and to fill some ambition and see if people in other areas would like what I'm doing and try to get it out there. The point of the documentary is for the same thing. The point of putting stuff up on the internet is for the same thing. It's just for sharing it, getting it out there, getting it heard. Hopefully, people will be inspired by it, as I was inspired by a lot of music that isn't heard of or is well known. And I've always listened to music and felt out of step with the current trend. In the 80s, when like AC/DC and Yngwie Malmsteen and all this stuff, that was all the rage, and Van Halen. Love this stuff, no problem, whatever. I was interested in punk. I was interested in hardcore. I was interested in Black Flag and the Circle Jerks and Fear. And at the same time, I was listening to Hawkwind and the Moody Blues and Deep Purple and all that stuff. And I was playing punk. And then when punk became really popular, I started wanting to play heavy metal. So, and now I'm playing experimental music, jazz, whatever the hell I want to. And I just don't see the point of saying, I just play this, or I just play that, or categorizing anything in one way or form. I'm a musician. I think of myself as a musician. I think of myself as an actor. But I mostly think of myself as a musician, because to say I am a ... musician is limiting. I don't consider myself a rock musician or a blues musician or a jazz musician or folk or classical or country or any of that. I consider myself just playing whatever. I picked up guitar and I picked up bass for writing and purposes and to keep it interesting. I started playing drums because I just felt like it, and I started doing most of it when Robert and I used to jam, and we both play guitar, and sometimes he wanted to play guitar, and so I just started playing drums, and then I started really loving it. And worked on it. I don't consider myself a great drummer, but I try to express myself with percussion. I can play piano somewhat for the same reason, to keep expressing. And the more things I can express myself on, the more I can express well. And the reason why I got into studying music was to help me learn and be exposed to a lot of musics I wouldn't have otherwise gotten to. Like some music appreciation classes exposed me to Miles Davis and Coltrane and some serious hardcore jazz and bebop. Love it. Love KCSM. Glad they're on the radio. Listen to KCSM if you want to hear some good jazz and some good blues. I'll tell you what, KCSM FM, awesome. You could probably find them on the internet. There's also Calix Radio in Berkeley, which has an internet site, KALX. My brother does a show on that. He's the Fallen Angel, and you should check him out. So, I also studied music to be a better musician, to not be limited by my own playing, because I found that when I was a limited musician, meant that I was also limited on what I could come up with and do, especially on Kenneth's material, which requires a lot more than just power chords and punking through it or whatever. So and that's why I got into the jazz thing. And I've done scat and stuff like that. Deep da beauty ba didn't do ba da ba do ba 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 da booty da da yeah. Singing in jazz groups, and that's a lot of fun. And I even scatted at a performance we did as Tonal Mat at place that no longer exists, sadly, which was an art place in West Oakland that Michaela was running for a while. I was sad to see that go. And so I studied music, and by studying music and music theory, I picked up on piano and also picked up on voice. I was finding that I was having a lot of problems singing and breath control, so I started taking voice classes, and which was a lot cheaper than studying at privately, and discovered how much I really love singing, and by through that, the instructor at the time was running the Contra Costa Chorale, and I started singing to them, and sang a lot of classical music, the Carmina Burana, and others. I mean, the Carmina Burana has a solo in it that's like guys on a spit, and he goes, Vavna! It's a bizarre piece. I mean, O Fortuna is probably the most played to death piece of music there is. I mean, it shows up all over the place. Um, and later on, singing, also continuing to sing with the chorale and singing in jazz choirs and classical choirs and madrigals and stuff. Il est bel bon 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 comme ere, il est bel bon 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 comme ere, and that was fun, singing in French and German and Italian and Latin, uh, and stuff like that. I mean, I had a lot of fun, and so I was doing quite a lot of that during and Cope being on and off, and recording solo stuff, and taking advantage of the recording studio at the Contra Costa College to do a lot of recording, solo stuff and stuff with Kenneth and stuff as Cope and OPEC, yet to be released. So that's the exciting world of what I'm doing. Yeah, other than doing like your noise rock songs and stuff, I've done a lot of messing about with like your jazz. Stuff like that, yay. And I can still play this song. classical rendition of the Demon Seed. And then there's On a Summer's Day, which was originally. On a summer's day, I feel alright. On a summer's day, I feel alright. Looking at the window at the trees, I see the sun warming up the world today, digging being alive. And sure my day as I walk alone, I feel a cool breeze at my face. And here's some more material from my heavy metal phase.